Hello everyone and welcome back to the Fab TCG YouTube channel. It's Hayden and Brendan here from Arsenal Pass, and we're here to bring you 4 Blitz Dynasty gameplay videos over the next 4 videos. Today in the first series of this gameplay, I've got Azalea, Brendan's got a Crouching Tiger Katsu deck. If you do want to check out the deck text for these that we did do, link is down in the description. You can go find out more about our equipment, the cards we play in the deck, and how to play these decks and how you could put it together. Maybe you're looking for budget options or you want the full powered legendaries. We are starting off with 2 games of lower powered. We no legendaries or fableds in these decks, but more budget friendly. And then we've got 2 full powered gameplay videos for you. All right, Brendan, you ready to get into it?
Absolutely. I'll take even on that roll.
Let's take even on this. All right, it's odd. It's a 1. I'm gonna choose to go first into you, I think.
Okay, sounds good.
So I'm on the Sandscale Great Bow Azalea here. I think this aim counter Azalea deck is a pretty cool addition with Dynasty. So let's see if we can maybe push through some dominated damage on Brendan turn 1. Maybe we can get a little bit lucky off the top of the deck.
Yeah, Sandscale Great Bow. Do you think that's potentially a swap out for the old Death Dealer on Azalea?
Yeah, potentially. I think aim counters are pretty good, right? So, it's like dominated attacks with these aim counters and some of these abilities that the one I'm looking to get into is like the Deadeye, right? Start taking cards from your hands. So go ahead and pitch here. This Ridge Rider shot to activate the Sandscale Great Bow at this point. Yep. So I can look at the top card of my deck. I can put a card, an arrow from my hand, or the top of my deck into my arsenal. All right, we're going to put this Fatigue shot in. It is going to get an aim counter since it's been put in face up. Use this little pink dice.
Nice. Fatigue shot. It reminds me of the old Starvo days, that one.
It's blue Fatigue shot, though, but I'm going to try and... all right, we're going to play this Read the Guide path. So we're going to opt 1.
Mm-hmm.
I think we're going to try and roll the dice here on this, this Azalea, because worst case, we get a non-attack action, we play it out, and we just pass the turn. So we're going to put this to the bottom. And then we're going to activate Azalea's ability.
Yep. Let's see.
All right, we've got a Hemorrhage Bore, and it is again going to get the counter, the aim counter, since it is face up in the arsenal from my deck.
That's pretty good.
Nice little interaction with Azalea there. Yeah, exactly. So it is going to have Dominate thanks to Azalea's ability and this aim counter. And then we're also going to play Take Aim. So we're going to give +3 and +3 to our next arrow attack. Pay 1. And this Hemorrhage Bore is going to come in for a juicy dominated 9 that you have, Brendan.
Okay, remind me the on-hit effect of that card.
So the on-hit effect of this one, new card from Dynasty, is if Hemorrhage Bore has a aim counter, when this hits a hero destroy card in their arsenal. So not so relevant right now, but still coming in for dominated 9.
Yeah, dominated 9 on turn 0. Hey, this Azalea class is pretty good. I don't know how I feel about it. I'm gonna go ahead and just block for 3.
All right, so taking a nice little 6 there, down to 14. All right.
Yep. Love to start at Kano life totals on the ninja.
That's the turn. I'll tell you what, I was watching a Blitz game the other day where someone started at 6 life, actually. You wouldn't believe it.
Oh. Yeah, that's a memorable one for me as well. I'm a big fan of that game.
We're back to a World Championship game.
All right. Well, I'm going to have to do it back to you. I'm going to pop my Blossom of Spring and float 1 resource. And, there's a card that usually comes after that, which is Art of War.
Straight into it.
Yeah, straight into it. I'm going to go ahead and contemplate these modes. I'm going to go buff, banish, and I think I'm going to banish this Flex Clause and draw 2.
Yep.
So no resources floating, and a whammy. That's a good card. Whew. Well, when it rains, it pours. I'm going to come in with a double strike for 2 here.
All right. Now it's down to me to work out what on earth I'm going to be doing during my turn. I mean, I have a important card, I would say, in this matchup, so we might try and do something about that. I think Brendan has a lot of 2 blocks in his deck, and your arm equipment defense does have Battle Worn 1, right?
The Tearing Shuko does have Battle Worn 1, yes.
Okay. And what is it doing? You can destroy it to...
So it's an instant, and I can destroy it, and the next Crouching Tiger I play this turn gains +2.
That's right. Okay. Well, I would say we're not in the best spot, but we're not in the worst spot either. I think we're just going to take this first one and go down to 18. We are playing without the legendaries, but more budget friendly. The mask isn't there, so but the Katsu is.
Yeah, if we want to talk about direct upgrades, I would highly recommend a legendary mask if possible. I'm actually going to banish this Tiger Swipe. Also, another new card.
That one's a 0 cost, right? Yeah.
Sorry, it's actually a discard.
Yeah, the card goes
and we are going to grab Old Reliable here.
Is this deck just full of 0 costs? I see it. Tiger Swipe 0 cost, right?
Yeah, it is. It might be a Cheerios deck. It might have 4 blues. Let's say that. So I'll shuffle up. This double strike is coming back. Is also banished. So banish both these. Bring Katsu back, and I'll go ahead and double strike again.
All right,
for 2.
Another 2. All right, we'll take that as well. Down to 16 here. So 16 plays 14.
All right, now I really got to think about how I'm going to run this next one. Okay, yep, it's going to be 100 wins for 4.
Yeah.
a great addition in Everfest. I'm not going to lie. For Katsu, this ability to sort of get this go again attack, this effectively a head jab, but with upside off of your Katsu ability. Really, really powerful, especially when combined with cards like Art of War.
I wonder about this turn. I think I'm worried about on-hit effects from Brendan's side. That's what I'm thinking about currently. What on-hit effects could he have after this, and how do I want to defend? So I think the way we're going to do this is probably... So you have 2 cards in hand, right?
I do. And, if a Katsu player grabs 100 wins, you do have to wonder, maybe, do they have the other one in hand?
But defending doesn't matter here. It's still going to get the buff to the next 100 wins, regardless if I defend. So I think what we're going to do is we're going to get into 12. I'm looking at the next chain link as a potential defensive.
Yeah. Well, my favorite on-hit effect in this game is actually
damage.
on hit you die. So this is 100 wins for 5 because 100 wins says combo. If 100 wins was the last attack on the combat chain, this attack gains +1 for each other named 100 wins you control on the combat chain.
All right, let's go ahead and defend with this endless arrow for 3. So I'm going to be taking another 2 down to 10.
Down to 10. Okay, well, I'm just going to go ahead and follow it up here finally with, I guess, what's an on-hit effect. It's just going to be a Soul Bleed Strike. Threatening Mask never mind. No Mask Momentum. Hope Merchant's Hood available, but Soul Bleed for 5.
Yeah, I mean, even without the mask, this is a lot of power. I think had you had a mask here, we've been committing to that first 100 wins block, I think. As it stands, I want to try and get some cards out of Brennan's hand next turn. So we're gonna take this. We're gonna take the 5 down to 5. So 14 plays 5 here.
All right. And yep, just gonna have to pass my turn from there.
All right. Okay. Well, we're gonna start it off. We're just going to pitch this hemorrhage board to play the sleeped out of Arsenal. So we're coming in for 5 here. 2 floating. Okay, 2 cards in hand.
Just sleep dart for 5 with 2 floating.
Sleep dart.
Well, what kind of spicy stuff can Azalea do with a sleep dart, eh?
Well,
that's particularly interesting.
Maybe I've got attack reactions. Do have a Snapdragon Scalers on the board.
Do you have a Snapdragon Scalers? That's correct. It's turning off Katsu, eh?
I think Azalea is one of the heroes I'm most excited about with Dynasty, particularly in Blitz, I think, because of some of the stuff that you can do. But I think Classic Constructed, potentially interesting. I just think Sandscale Greatbow is just a really interesting card.
Yeah, I rethought about my block while you talked.
All right.
Yeah, I'm just going to take it. It was for 5.
Okay, yeah. So down to 9, we are going to have the on-hit effect. So Katsu hero ability next turn is going to do nothing. You have a blank text box effectively. Sorry. I am going to Snapdragon Scalers. Let's make sure we don't get ahead of ourselves here. Attack reaction.
It's crazy. I know of somebody who actually lost a calling that way.
Yeah, wow. Who could that be? One Brendan Patrick.
A lot of memories in this game.
All right, so we are giving that sleep dart go again in reactions, and then we're going to. I think so. You chose not to block. What's my breakpoints? I think we want to keep this bullseye braces around. I could opt to use it here. I think instead what we're going to do is. Do I want to see the top card? So I have the best arrow in my hand. The question is could there be a better arrow on top? I think the answer is no. So we'll just well, if it's the same one, I can give it dominate, and that's pretty enticing. So I think what we'll do here is we'll Sandscale Bow, so down to 1 resource.
Yes.
Look at the top card. Okay, that's fine. Don't worry about that. We'll put this Red in the Ledger from my hand into the arsenal.
Oh, yeah.
And then, so it's going to get a aim counter. Not that it's going to do anything on this Red in the Ledger, but we'll play Take Aim for +3. And then we're going to come in for an 8. Big 8. No Dominate, though. You can...
I really wish I had more cards that blocked, I'm not going to lie. So Red in the Ledger only lets me pay 1...
You can, you can play or activate only 1 action. No more than 1 action.
No more than 1 action. Okay, well, I'm going to have to block for 6 here.
Okay, so taking 3 and getting hit by the effect?
Yeah.
Okay, so 6 plays 5 on Brennan's side.
Was it for 8 or for 9?
Sorry, it's for 8, you're right. So you blocked 5,
okay.
So only taking... So
7.
5 plays 7.
Yes.
Alright, we have a Sleep Dart and a Red in the Ledger trigger. Alright,
yep.
Pass the turn.
Alright. Just kind of wondering about my my sort of risk portfolio here in terms of what I'm gonna do. You've used your Snapdragon, so maybe you won't pop off on me. Basically, I have a Ravenous Rabble in hand, and I have a card that I would prefer to put in Arsenal, but I do have at least 4. I have 4 blues in my deck, and I believe I have 4 yellows as well. It might be 2 yellows. So the Ravenous Rabble could be punishing, neither of which are going to present lethal. I think I would like to keep the other card. All right, we're gonna roll the dice. We're gonna play the Ravenous Rabble. We're gonna flip, and it's a red. There we go. That's what I'm talking about. Coming in for 4.
I feel like the chances were high there.
They were very high, yes.
So I got a decision. I wonder if... So we know that Brendan can defend 1 from play, plus probably doesn't play in defense reaction, so probably a 3 from hand. If we can dominate 11, we can kill him. But is that realistic? Probably not really.
It's pretty funny that this deck actually has so many new cards from Dynasty in it that interact with Crouching Tigers, but I've just drawn the side of my deck that just does 0 for 4 things.
Yeah, we've seen some of the Crouching Tiger cards. One's been banished to an Art of War. So it's coming in for 4. Can I do something cool with a Knock the Death Whistle turn?
Oh goodness, I hate that card.
It would require me going to 1, which would put us in that classic potential Kadachi lock range, which is never really where you want to be. So
or Crouching Tiger lock.
True. Yeah, the new Crouching Tiger. It's a lock, as they say. Yes. Okay. I think we'd rather keep our life total high here and just play a bit safer more than anything. So I'm gonna go ahead and defend for 3, and we'll take 1 down to 4.
Okay. I will pass an Arsenal.
Alright. Go ahead and we're gonna pitch this knock to activate the Great Bow.
Sounds good.
Look at this card. So
Azalea is so tough to play.
I think we're gonna do this. So we'll take the fatigue shot. Gonna come in face up. Now our real decision here is whether we roll our Azalea dice. I wish I played my Talismanic Lens and not my Hope Motions Hood in this game, I'll tell you what.
Oh, baby.
Let me take a look at what... so we've got about 20... I think it's 26 arrows, so...
Surely you don't juice me again with an Azalea activation. Lightning doesn't strike twice. You already got me at that on turn 0.
Well, even if we hit the... we do have our Bullseye Brace, so even if we hit a non-attack action, we can still play out our turn. So we are going to go for it. This is what the deck is built to do. Let's see what we get, Brennan. Alright, it's a blue headshot.
saved by the bell on my end.
So it is gonna get +2 since it is put face up into the arsenal, and it is gonna gain dominate in this aim counter, which a little bit less relevant here. The players release the tension. So
oh no, am I dead?
we are then gonna come in for. So we're gonna come in for 7 with dominate. But no one hit effect here. No one hit effect, unfortunately.
Yep. So it's not hamstring shot, which is what I thought the art was for a sec, which is great. And this is just coming in for 7.
7, correct.
You have 1 floating.
I have 1 floating.
It's really unlikely that you play Razor Reflex, but I don't know. I wouldn't put it past.
It's a cheeky one
Mr.
of
Dale.
It's a cheeky one of Razor Reflex.
Okay, so you're coming in for 7. Do you have the cheeky one of Razor Reflex?
There's so many different. Yeah, you're right. Azalea is. People talk about Azalea and they can say what they like, but one of the hardest heroes to play Azalea. I think there's so many decision points, and now you add in Zanskar, Great Bow, where all of a sudden you're looking at the top card of your deck. You can potentially get some great card advantage with this card, but there's risk involved. You've got to weigh up your lines. Often you're looking for specific arrows in certain situations as well.
Yeah,
all right.
I'm gonna block for 3.
Okay, take 4.
Yep.
No reactions.
So
3 plays 4.
100%. So I had my Tearing Shoot go to play around the Razor Reflex, but I do have Scar for Scar in hand, so that was the balance.
All right, he takes the gamble. I'm not playing. All right, we'll pass the turn.
Sweet. Well, we will lead with a Scar for Scar with Go again.
That is unfortunate. Okay, so on my side, it's all down to what I can do next turn, and it's probably what I really wanted to see here was a non-attack action that we could then play, a 0-cost non-attack action, something like release the tension, take aim, etc., glide path, and then pop this Azalea, hit an arrow off the top for dominate, and Blossom of Spring, and then come in for lethal. That's where we want to be. So I want to try and keep 1 card here if I can, because I need to Hope Merchants hit it away and try and find a non-attack action, I think. So let's see if we can do it. I think we'll block with a 3 block, take 1, turn off any future scars. The question is, what is the most relevant for us here? I think it's going to be this long shot. Kind of does nothing. So we'll block with this long shot, and we'll take 1 here. So 3 plays 3.
Okay, now this part is interesting. I wish I still had 100 wins in my deck, I'm not gonna lie.
Yep, so Sleep Dart is no longer turning off Katsu, so...
Now it's a bit of a thinker. I don't think there's anything better for me to get right now.
One of the cool things about Dynasty as well, I think, is that we're seeing, we've got 2 OG heroes right here lining up, Arcane Rising and Welcome to
I will
Wraith.
play my first Dynasty card.
Okay, so not getting anything, right? Not activating Katsu. Yep, okay.
No Katsu. This is going to be 3 with no Go again.
Okay, what's the text on the card?
It says combo. If Crouching Tiger was the last attack on the combat chain, pouncing key gets +1 and Go again.
Okay, so now we're in a similar position to what Brendan was in. Are we playing around a Razor Reflex, or is this just a Snapdragon Scalers? I don't think it matters. I think we're blocking this either way, obviously, because it's presenting lethal. So let's go ahead and defend with this immobilizing shot for 3.
Sure. So I'll go to reactions.
Yep.
I will Ancestral Empowerment.
Ooh, nice.
Draw a card.
Yep.
You take,
Snapdragons. Yep. Don't do a me.
Take 1.
I'll take 1. So I'm down to 2. You're on 3.
All right. It has Go again. I'm going to activate my Hope Merchant's Hood and put this one back.
Here we go. Roll the dice. That's going to be a Hope Merchants game. That's how I feel it's going to come. We'll see. Depends what Brendan hits here. You have a card. The card in Arsenal is definitely scaring me.
Would you like to cut?
No, it's fine. I trust you.
All right. That's a bad one. That one sucks. I'm not gonna lie. It's an E strike. F.
Oh.
All right. We're gonna Kadachi for 1.
Yeah, and the card I have to care about is that last card in your arsenal, so no defense. Go to 1.
Yep, and then we're gonna follow up with a snatch.
Oh!
Yeah.
Okay, well, unfortunately, that's going to take both cards from my hand, and gives us very minimal to do on our turn. Yep, alright.
Striker, such a tease.
I have to defend with both cards. Yeah, any card there allowed you to take both cards from my hand is the Kodachi.
For example's sake, I really hope I draw a card that lets me do some Crouching Tiger stuff, and I did. All right.
Well, it's my turn. It's my turn. It's my turn. I've got a card in Arsenal.
Okay.
I got a card in Arsenal. I got a card in Arsenal here. We might be Azaleaing and just.
I mean, you can, right? Like you can hit Searing Shot.
Endless Arrow would be the best. Would be the best hit.
Yeah.
Yeah. Long Shot would at least take a card from your hand. So I mean, I think we have to do it here. We have to activate Azalea and see what we can come up with. So activate Azalea here. To the bottom. All right, it's an immobilizing shot, which is pretty reasonable. This is going to demand a block, so it gets an aim counter since it comes face up. An immobilizing shot says if it has an aim counter, it has when this hits a hero, they can't play more than 1 attack action card and 1 non-attack action card during the next action phase. So
wait, if it hits me at all?
Correct. So we're going to come in for...
What the heck?
And it does have Dominate, so we are coming in for 4 with Dominate here.
Oh, it's 4. So this is why we leave our armor for the late
exactly.
game, ladies and gentlemen.
All right. You block it out with that E-Strike and that equipment.
Yeah. And
over to you.
Although I do have the Crouching Tiger card, can I use it? Can I justify it? I don't. I think that it's better used to swing Kodachis, unfortunately. So, coming in for 1. Roar the Tiger.
Well, it's gonna demand cards from us, so we'll defend with this drill shot.
Cool. 1 again.
Yep, and then we'll defend with this read the glide path.
And I have bad news.
Uh-oh. Okay, block with long shot.
Yeah, bounce it back, play it again.
Yep, block with the Sentinel's Arrow.
And scar.
And then die. Good game.
Good game.
All right, Brennan. Thanks for briefly there, just taking me out. It was a close game, a very close game. I think we got to see the power of Sandscale Great Bro. I think this card is really, really cool. And I think if you're looking at Azalea and you want to do something interesting and different and potentially even just more powerful, I think Great Bow is a great addition. You've got cards like Immobilizing Shot. We saw at the end there, Brennan could block it out on the Dominate, but this with a Dominate plus an attack, non-attack action, you can see what this deck can do. Non-attack action, Azalea away your arrow, get to the top. You've got cards like Read the Glide Path to opt 1. I would probably, I think on hindsight, probably play Talismanic Lens in this matchup. I think it might have won me the game, to be honest. So that's one to look out for. But yeah, Brennan, we didn't see much Crouching Tiger stuff from your side in that matchup. We saw the cards, they just didn't come on the table.
Yeah, it's funny because if you look back at the deck tech, this deck is heavily built around Crouching Tiger, and then it has a sort of zero cost go again package to go along with it. I just didn't happen to draw any of those cards, and when I did draw them, I drew them sort of individually. I find that when you're working with the Crouching Tiger stuff, you need to sort of draw the combinations of cards, but wasn't able to pull off any sort of the Majestics or the big payoffs, things like Key Unleashed. So yeah, it ended up being a bit more of a standard Katsu match, but nevertheless, I mean, the Crouching Tiger is definitely a threat, especially as we get to those lower life totals, and it's crazy. I mean, this whole entire thing, you can go have the biggest combat chains I've seen ever in Flesh and Blood, something like 10 plus. If your opponent doesn't know how to block some of the cards correctly, it's super fun to play. And if you do add in something like a Mask of Momentum, you can be threatening that Mask of Momentum multiple times per turn. So I think that Katsu is actually quite relevant in the upcoming Blitz meta.
Mm-hmm. Cool. Well, we'll see you in the next gameplay video.